Alright, I'm just going to check that the stream's going, and then I'm going to start reading this. Oh, I am having too much fun sometimes. Yep, it's going. A statue of Margaret towers above you, bloodied in battle ready. The goddess clutches both sword and shield. Pokemon. No. She's got Zamazenta. At the base of the statue, a rectangular iron slatted altar rests between two unlit braziers. Examine it. The slatted top of the altar has been hammered smooth, silver water smooth, except for a singular circular groove notched deep into the centre of the slab. Charred bits of metal, leather and bones are piled in the interior of the circular groove. The remains of prior offerings to the goddess. Place the torch. The braziers either side of the altar flare to life. Red hot flames shooting high before settling into a steadier, softer burn within the bowls. Lava eddies beneath the iron grating in the floor, heating the soles of your feet, while the statue herself seems to wake, metal groaning, rasping as the shrine moves. And they're all just getting off the elevator. Leave me to it. The statue, face the statue, blah 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 blah, descending to the altar, descending to the depths of the ashen maw. With a squeal of metal against metal, the entire floor drops, a stomach lurching 5 feet. Chains clang like the toll of a bell as they catch, pounding against the time-worn gears. Then the shrine begins to steadily lower into the maw. As the shrine cranks lower into the maw, Aethys' colossal Arja-carved dome, neck and shoulders slowly emerge into view. This close, the god rises up like a mountain, larger than you ever remember, having seen him. Energy vibrates from his massive body, and a cacophony of mutterings and shouts from the souls whirling within it slams into you, nearly knocking you from your feet. Right, so from this distance you can actually hear the screams of the souls inside, as a watcher. Right there.
Certain he wanted us all to come?
Watcher, I wasn't sure you'd make it. But there is enough of you in me to grasp that you had a better chance than most. Some would say it's because you have a strong soul. Great deeds come easily to one so spiritually blessed. Or have you become great because of what has been thrust upon you? Watcher of Cadnua, Herald of Berith, Hound of Aethys.
I've had enough of this. I followed you into this damn volcano to get some questions answered. Good fortune and good people have carried me the whole way. I've been nothing without them. Yeah.
As would we all. But you have come a great distance for answers. What would you ask of me, Watcher?
I need to know why you've come back.
You need to know? Or Berith? Or the gods?
After all I've done, I think every creature that lives and breathes in any order needs to know.
And it would seem even she whose presence shakes the heart of this mountain needs to know.
Margaret's prepared to take drastic measures to stop you.
Margaret fears what I will do, just as she feared what I would do in the Deerwood. But this time, there is no power on Eora or in all of hell to stop me. Understand that what I'm saying is neither a boast nor a challenge. It is the clearest statement of truth I can give you. Give Berith, in the hopes of dissuading you from taking actions that may harm others.
It says the one who's killed thousands walking from the Deerwood to Deadfire.
Yes. I am sacrificing lives from this generation for the benefit of those who have not yet been born. The other gods may be willing to make similar sacrifices, but they will be in vain. I am going to force gods and mortals alike to open their eyes to one another. And all the powers of hell cannot drive me from this course. It seems my sister does not like the sound of that.
Can you be more specific? What are you trying to do?
I want to return the gods to our original purpose, and to allow mortals to worship us, or ignore us, for what we are, not what we pretend to be.
Whatever you're doing, there's gotta be a better way.
When I entered Widewin, I did so with the intention of illuminating the history of Anguith.
I got Wyvern with me, don't I? Can't have Wyvern pop out to talk to him.
I wanted to show all the nations of the Eastern Reach the machines we had used to create ourselves. How we had hidden our true nature from mortals for millennia. But even if I had succeeded, my words would have been easy to deny. Belief creates the foundation upon which a mind's reality is built. Some minds can never let go of that foundation. They would rather hold tight to the world in their mind than accept what they're being told.
And even your words could be corrupted by lead and key and hand occult. Or if that's so, why are you doing what you're doing this time? Don't make any difference. Yeah, even your words could be corrupted by the lead and key and hand occult.
It is what we have tasked them with for thousands of years. Even their clumsiest attempts to cloud the truth can be easily accepted by those who want desperately to believe it. And so have the gods, with their help, maintained this illusion for hundreds of generations. But even a beautiful illusion is still a lie, obfuscating reality even as it points to a transcendent truth. The time has come for a new covenant between gods and mortals. One forged in the light of truth and understanding between our kind. I will leave this place and go to the lost city the Huana call Ukaizo. It is there that all souls pass through the machines of the gods, where all souls pass into the beyond before beginning their next life. When I reach that place, I will find our great machines and tear them to pieces. I will smash the great wheel until the lights of hell all gutter and die.
Which Jyoti 14, I mean.
And when my work is done, I will leave this world forever.
More destruction. You're tearing the whole world apart because you can't make peace among yourselves.
Adair, there will never be peace among mortals, so long as they are unwittingly manipulated by the gods. The divine enslavement that Woodica reveres perpetuates ignorance, chaos, and violence across the world. I only wish to destroy the darkness that surrounds the gods, that you may better see us for what we are.
I guess that's when we get a response.
I'm surprised Margaret is reacting this way. I would have thought she would appreciate a trial of this magnitude, one that tests us all. Both gods and mortals alike rely on the wheel. We depend on it for the souls that give us power. Mortals depend on it for the lives of future generations. Breaking it will force all of us to face the truth. We will fail together or move forward together. Either ending is preferable to the cycle we still find ourselves in. Once again, the gods have put you in a precarious position, Watcher. Considering all the troubles I have put you through, the least I can do is protect you from the wrath Mogren has intended for me.
That doesn't make us even, you know.
Perhaps I will have another opportunity to make amends. Until then, this will have to do. Brace yourself, Watcher.
Yeah, I know I need his help to get out, so I'm not gonna be...
This. We're not done yet. You and I, we're not finished. Don't think you can just move me aside like all the rest. Maybe you can't be stopped. But on behalf of everyone you've trampled, betrayed, and ignored, I'll be coming to see you again.
There's
Spitz. In the surging heat, it never reaches the ground.
Perhaps we will meet again, Adair. Until then, take care of the Watcher.
Aethys's great hand floats away from the luminous Audra pillar. As it pulls back, For a brief moment, you see a golden tether flash into existence between the pillar and the great Titan's back. When the Audra fingers gently cradle you, there is first a sensation of warmth, but it is followed by a harsh splitting of consciousness. Your awareness vacillates erratically between the physical world and the spiritual dimension of Aethys' body. Your soul glides amid the many trapped with Aethys. As your brilliant form passes by them, they call and reach out for help. Below Aethys' body, the volcano erupts. Molten rock rushes over the great Audra body, but does not slow its movement. Rathun rush to higher ground, but cannot outpace the lava, which overwhelms and consumes them as it rises. Your attention returns to the heart of Aethys' body. Deep within the whirling masses of souls, you again sense your own presence, the fragment that was taken from you. This time, you reach out to it as it reaches out to you. You meet somewhere in the great mass of Audra, the rest of the souls fading at the edge of your awareness. We are together again. Are you ready to be together again?
Yes, it's about time.
Are you certain? Since we've parted, you've become someone else, and I have become myself. When we join, we won't be ourselves anymore. Your senses yank back to your body, still in Aethys' hand. There is light, sunlight. He has emerged from Ashen Maw, the rim of the volcano and the great keep of the Rathun collapsing behind him. The Audra is barely visible through the thick lava covering his body, and still, he moves. The ocean is gone, water sucked away, leaving only the bare seabed glistening in an ominous silence. You summon the strength to turn your head. Through the cracks in the great god's fingers, you see a wall of water, taller than Nekataka, taller than Aethys, as tall as the moon. It comes with the rumbling of a terrible stampede. The wave slams into Aethys. His hand closes, protecting you from the devastation. Somewhere in your mind, you hear Andra screaming.
Is my ship on that somewhere?
You are back inside him. Back with yourself. Are you still the same Watcher who returned the lost souls of the Deerwood to the wheel? The soul observes you, waiting. I am.
I am, and I hope to turn these souls to the wheel before I'm done. I am, and I will do everything I can to save these poor souls before I am done. Yeah, go for the benevolence and passionate, because that was the ones I needed for my paladin thing. So yeah, I am, and I will do everything I can to save these poor souls before I am done.
Good. Then this should be easy. You feel cool air, seawater. The back of your mind pulls your attention back to your body. Aethys stands amid the now calm waves. Kraken futilely clinging to his limbs as he gingerly sets down your ship.
Kraken just
opens his other, setting your body on the deck. As your head comes to rest, your vision rocks forward, pulled back into the Audra, back to your soul. Some of us is lost to him. Fragments and the empty spaces between them. They will always be a part of him. But we are still us. And it's time for us to go.
Together. Together.
The soul rushes toward you, flying into you with ferocious speed. You are thrust back through the Audra, out of the palm of Aethys' hand, back into your body. You can feel the sensation of your skin, the warmth of the Audra, but you are not fully in control. The other soul struggles to reach the surface of the body's consciousness, but you pull it down. Entangled, you float in a dark, boundless expanse. The more you fight each other, the closer you become, until somehow, impossibly, every piece of you is touching every piece of them. through the distant window of your eyes, you see Aethys push slowly against your ship. Though his touch is light, it is still the touch of a god. The ship lurches, rapidly tearing across the water southward. His hand pulls away from your ship's wake, his body straightening, towering overhead. The volcanic rock, now cooled and gently steaming, sloughs from his body as he moves. The Audra beneath is still immaculate, unmarred. He watches you depart, and you hear a voice in your mind as you sink deeper into the blackness of sleep.
Tell them what you have witnessed, Watcher. Tell them what is coming.
The windows of your eyes retreat into the distance. The fragment of your soul is so close to you in the darkness that you can't tell if its thoughts are separate from your own. Aethys is going to Ukaizo?
Aethys is going to Ukaizo.
He's going to stop the wheel?
He's going to stop the wheel.
Aethys is going to Ukaizo. Aethys is going to Ukaizo. He's going to stop the wheel. The words repeat in your mind until they become an incessant, meaningless mantra. Involuntary meditation in the emptiness of your unconscious. When the words finally dissolve and become part of the darkness, you see a pinpoint of light. You no longer sense the other soul. No longer sense the person you were before Aethys touched you. You swim toward the light. As you come closer, the light becomes two blurry spots of radiance. You settle in behind your eyes and feel your lips already moving, mumbling. Around your body you sense familiar scents and sounds, voices raised in shock and alarm. You take control of your mouth, opening it wide and drawing a great breath.
Explosive confrontation. I got 68 blessings, holy fuck. You still get achievements for using blessings? Or is it just like as soon as you put a blessing on, your achievements are disabled? A pounding headache drags you most of the way back to your senses. Your vision blurs and an acrid taste fills your parched mouth. The details of the room slowly come into focus, the sounds of an ongoing debate, a distant echo.
Are we simply going to wait? What if he never wakes up?
Are those frilled collars stuffed in your ears? If the Watcher's mumblings are right, then Aethys is marching on Ukaizo. We have to move. He's seizing power from the very gods who betrayed him. Destroying the wheel to make sure they never come back. It's a coup, and we have to muster the strength to stop it.
The unraveling of Kohopa from Tangaloa is our greatest test from the gods, I say. We must live to deserve the world they make for us.
The assembled leaders turn their attention away from each other in a prolonged thoughtful silence. At last you feel fully present and steady on your feet. The attention of the room abruptly shifts to you, filling the void with expectant whispers. I'm fine now that MJ asked.
You bear witness to the work of the gods. It seems they are not finished with you yet.
You know, every time you come back from the dead, it's a little less exciting. You gotta space it out more.
Join our talks, I say. Rational discussion will gust away the ominous smoke rising from Ashen Maw. The Deadfire is no stranger to cataclysm. We can survive by cleaving to a shared purpose, a greater good, Akira. For what else did the gods place us here? We who have ships and resources enough to make a difference.
Castal glances around the room at gathered parties, his brows climbing.
What we need is brass. Roatai has ships and cannons aplenty, but the only way I'm sending them is if...
She breaks off at the boom of the door slamming open. Commotion echoes from the entrance hall as everyone turns to the noise, her hand strays to her gun. The sound of approaching footsteps grow in volume as a courier scrambles into the phone room. Panting and glistening in sweat, his mouth opens and closes like a fish gaping desperately for breath.
Ships have formed the blockade around Queen's Berth. Their commander demands parley with Serpent's Crown.
What? But what about our ships? I must get a message through to the captains.
For what do our enemies paint a target on their hull? This is a stirring bid for my attention. Send word to my water shapers to drain the sea around the flagship. I would parley on better terms than this.
My queen! They fly the colors of pirates! The Principe are...
Well, what have we here?
Oh, there's Aldous. The motley sailors who don't hold the Juana guards at bay with drawn weapons take in some of the more opulent decorations with avid interest. One pirate separates out from the fold, sauntering boldly forward.
Forgive me, lovesome, but it looks like you're having a party. A rather fine one to which you didn't invite me.
She winks, swollen neck glinting in the light as she cocks her pistol high above her head.
You painted vagrants are a plague on my tribes. Why should I not hang you from the walls of my garden?
Onikaza grips the handrest of her throne and is ready to vault up and attack.
You should be asking yourself how they got in here in the first place.
Oh, I do love when they squabble. But I'm here for neither pleasantries nor entertainment. We've bigger fish to fry. Or should I say gods?
A determined-looking guard inches closer to Aldous from the edge of the court. Without looking, the Principe captain swivels a pistol aimed straight at his chest.
Now everyone just calm down. I promise we won't fire on you at this time. Unless firstly provoked. That is, until once we've safely absconded from the city back to the high seas. Then all bets are off again, aye?
Yes, well, if you have a point, pirate, I suggest you reach it quickly.
We're supposed to take a bunch of pirates at their word?
Right you are. However...
The narrow-eyed look she settles on the throne is more than a little bloodthirsty.
I'm here because I've got questions, ones that can't wait. And the lovesome Watcher's the only one likely to answer them nicely.
If you want to reach Kaizo, we need every ship at our disposal. All was planned for the inevitable, even if we cooperate, Aelfis wins. With friends like these, our cause is doomed already. If we want to reach Kaizo, we need every ship at our disposal.
Ukaizo? What's the lost city of gold got to do with a god on a rampage?
Aelfis is going there to break the reincarnation cycle. Yeah, Aelfis is going to shatter life and death while the rest of you bicker over land rights.
Well, fuck if that doesn't put things into perspective. But what's that even mean in the long run? Folks who die won't be coming back again.
Their souls will be trapped in between. Maybe not at first, but eventually Aero will be starved of life. Yeah, the souls will be trapped in between.
This is all dark and foreboding sounding. But what's it mean for my soul? I mean, I like the idea of pirating throughout the Great Beyond as much as the next gal. But if, say, I got no awareness after I die, does it even matter what happens?
Ak, of course you have no interest past that of your eyes and your stomach. Let us speak now of what can be done. Must be done. Watcher, you know best of all of us what our options are.
Our only hope is the reason with him.
If he's heading to Okaizo, then the time for speeches is over. We have to act quickly. Defending Okaizo is the highest priority. Our ships are fast and well-equipped. We could sail to the edge of Andra's mortar. See if Aethys' passage opens a way through the storms. Of course, finding Ukaizo once we're through is another matter.
I can sense Aelfis and Andra's mortar. My soul calls out from inside him, or... You want to find Ukaizo? With Aelfis in his way, I'm in a... You want to find Ukaizo? With Aelfis on his way, I'm an Ukaizo compass.
That's so. You just might be able to save us.
I often like that.
We speak of collectively sailing for Andra's mortar, but this crown will not support any plan that involves a single outsider ship landing on the shores of Ukaizo.
I am not planning for you to be in charge. I am giving the orders here.
It is for this moment that the gods test me. Anyone who seeks to cross Andra's mortar will learn that the gates of Ukaizo are the end of compromise with the Juana.
Can't everyone agree to an armistice while we work for this crisis?
I don't mean to let Aethys end us while we bicker. But the fate of Ukaizo is not exclusively a Huana concern.
I think I'm getting the gist of it now.
She rubs the barrel of her gun under her jaw thoughtfully, then she crooks you a cunning grin.
While these witless princocks go at each other's throats, we Principi will cut through the storms and plunder the City of Gold. Whatever Aothas is seeking in those ruins, we'll find it, and then we'll sell it to the highest bidder. That, or me and mine will have front row seats to the end of the world.
If the Huana cannot take back our beginning, then our end fast approaches. The gods will judge us by our devotion to Ukaizo.
Are you going to guard it as closely as you've guarded your palace today? Ukaizo was yours once, and you lost it. Meanwhile, the storms that cover Ondra's mortar plague Rauatai too. We will help the Watchers stop Aothas, but we will not leave our country's future in soft hands. We hope the Watcher agrees.
Watcher, there are two kinds of people in the Deadfire. Those who have called it home since time immemorial, and opportunists. With Ukaizo under our control, the Huana would restore order as it has not been seen since the days of our ancestors.
Ak, order. And the only question is whether it will be the order of ignorance and tradition, or else of conquest. The secrets to be found in Ukaizo could elevate us all beyond the telling. I will not relinquish that dream so easily.
Without so much as a final farewell, Iris tips her head to her armed crew and the pirates withdraw as swiftly as they arrived.
Watcher, I say the time to play at freelancing is at an end. Any of us could get you to Ukaizo, but only one of us will stand by your side.
Right, so...
Let's speak, Watcher, while we have the chance.
I would like to speak with you, if you have a moment.
Yes, Paladina.
I appreciate your help with Jacquelin. Without you, I could not have saved him. And it has made me think about the future of Anamansi, especially in the republics. I know that my love of country may seem strange to you. At times, it even seems strange to me.
Even if I don't understand your beliefs, even if I don't share your beliefs, I understand you. She smiles modestly and nods.
The republics are the only love I have ever known. I would give all that I have to them, to our people, to our future.
The only love? Have you ever been in love with someone? She tilts her feathered head to one side, thinking.
If love means to feel the way I do about my country, no. What I feel is about more than one person, more than the Dukes. There is a spirit between us, all of my people, that transcends individual citizens and leaders. It binds us together and carries us forward. It is what drives us to create, to learn, to push the boundaries of what we know about Eora, about the in-between, about the beyond itself. It is a spirit that lives in the heart of every Valian. And it is what gives me the strength to believe that Eora will see a better future.
Why are you telling me?
Because, Watcher, you walk among the greatest powers of Eora and the beyond. The time may come when your hand will choose the fate of the people of the Deadfire. When that time comes, I hope, I believe, you will see the future as I do.
From the depths of Paladin's eyes, you see a brilliant blue flame shining.
Until then, Gores.
Right. Yeah. Okay, we'll end this out there. Next time we'll see what we can do. If I can do all 4 quest lines without going to Hawana and Ukaizo with them, I will. We'll find